Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to make these beauties. So today I took on the challenge of doing a stamping nail art design, which I feel like I haven't done in a very long time. And by stamping nail art design, I mean the whole set being focused around stamping, using either one stamping plate. I often like to restrict myself to one stamping plate, but today we are using 3. Which isn't usually what I do. So I'm showing you guys a couple of, one gel polish, we've got some glitter, and we have 3 different stamping polishes. So we have 2 from Born Pretty and then 1 from Clear Jelly Stamper. I'm going for this purpley abstract look today, so I've kind of tried to pick out colours just to kind of match up with the little theme that I'm going for in my head. I haven't done abstract in a little while, it feels like, especially of course a whole stamping design. And I'm super happy with how it came out, to the point where it's actually motivating me to do more and more stamping only designs just because they are so fun, and they do become a little bit of like a challenge for me sometimes, because although you've got your stamping plates and that's well and good, sometimes it is still very difficult to look at all these different little designs on your plate and actually put it all together to create one, unique or, a flow design that it all kind of matches up together. So sometimes I struggle with that. So when it comes to our design here, we've got all of the nails in one colour, and that was from Madam Glam. Now we're going to have 2 nails where I'm going to apply some glitter. So just only 2. They're all the same colour luckily today. And I'm applying the base coat, and that will work as our glue today. So we're going to use it as our kind of adhesive to the glitter. Then my ombre brush is out because I like to use my ombre brush for a lot of things actually. I multi-use it. So I use it to actually do ombres, but also I like to pick up glitter with it. Especially when I've got like different mixed glitters. So if there's different size hex and stuff like that, I just like to pick it up with the brush. So I'm trying to concentrate as much of the larger, make it much thicker near the top part of the nail. By thicker, I don't mean it being on top of each other, I just mean it like looking more fuller up there. The lower I get, the less of the glitter I'm trying to use or kind of like push down, and I'm trying to kind of focus more on the thinner glitter. It's almost like I'm trying to create a little fade. It looks like the glitter's kind of like maybe raining down the nail kind of thing. So that's what I'm going for here, and I'm only stopping the glitter halfway down the nail, so I'm not going any lower than that. That's where I'm leaving it, and we will be stamping on one of them and we'll be placing a crystal placement on the other. So here are the stamping plates. This one is from Mogi London, and it's like a nature one. This one's Maniology. And we've also got this one, which is from AliExpress actually, and it's got just so many flowers. Those plates, for example, are just one of the plates that I mentioned before, where you kind of look at it and you just don't know how to put it all together to make a nice set. So today we're mixing it all. So I decided to go for abstract with a hint of like floral, leafy designs. So that's why we've got the 2. This one here, Maniology. So this is great for abstract. When it comes to abstract, you kind of just need shapes, all sorts of different shapes really. You don't need anything else. If you've got stickers, you can apply stickers on top, like instead of the stamping flowers that I do instead, and that would look super great too. Or you don't also need flowers. Rather than leaves or flowers, you can do other images, maybe some, I don't know, faces or anything really. That's why I kind of like abstract so much, and you can make so many different designs using the this plate. For example, you can just switch out the kind of patterns that you're using and it looks different every single time. Sometimes just switching out the color makes it look so much more different already. So yeah, that's why I just love stamping for that reason mainly as well, because you can spend your coin on one plate and end up having so many uses out of it, making all sorts of different unique looking designs, and it's just so great, and it's right in front of you and you don't have to think about it. You just have to kind of put it all together and it just works, which is great. So going back to the design, I am starting off with the I would say like the darkest shade of stamping. So the black later is going to be used to stamp the flowers or the leaves. Right now I'm just placing down the largest kind of full covered pattern that I'm going for. So I'm using that darkish pinkish purplish color, and I'm just picking up random patterns as you saw. Of course, I've already done this off camera, so I already know which ones I'm picking up, but before I was just picking up random ones. And at this stage, I'm kind of trying to stay with the same colour just for filming purposes. If I'm doing this off camera, I'll just be having fun, picking up whatever colour I've got to hand, stamping, you know, going with the flow. But as I'm filming, I wanted it to kind of stay coherent, and just as I'm working with the darker pinky shade, just continue doing the darker pinky shade and so on. So on one of the glitter nails, I did apply another layer of base coat, but I did wipe it after, because top coat actually leaves a very weird sticky layer. So I'm sure it's amazing when it comes to actually like doing nails and stuff, but when it comes to stamping, every single top coat I've used so far, when I tried to, base coat, when I tried to stamp on top of it, it just leaves this gooey mess on top of it, like this gooey residue, and the stamper just does not like it, and it just refuses to stamp. So that's unfortunate. So I do make sure to wipe. If you do wipe, you're now time restricted and you don't have that sticky layer that your regular gel polish would leave. So then you're kind of having to brush a little bit more than usual, because otherwise, if you're just using a color like the light purple that we used, after it comes out the lamp, it leaves the tacky layer, and that tacky layer is absolutely perfect. It always transfers over. No matter how long you wait, you can literally wait for it to dry and it will still transfer over, which is great. So we've got one now fully done. So I placed two pinky flowers, one on the top right hand side, one bottom left, and then on top of that I stamped this really cute, it's got some words on it. I think it says love, optimism, hope, and then it's got like flowers all around it, and I just thought it was so cute. So we stamped that down on top of those flowers, just on the corners, which is looking cute. And then the glitter in the back is just giving it some dimension and just giving it a little extra touch there. So now that that's done, I'm picking up the Clear Jelly Stamper colour, which is a nice cool toned purple, and I am picking up the like pattern outlines. So the center has nothing around it, it's just kind of like lines connecting, that makes sense. And also the stamping plate itself has some dots, which I thought were really cute too, and I know they're often included in abstracted designs as well, so I thought I would chuck it in there too. Why not just make it as busy as possible. And now it looks like I'm going to get some extra wording in there. So using the black again, there's another word on the plate where it says, so this is love, and then the O is actually a flower, which I thought was really cute. So here I'm using a lint roller to remove anything I don't want on my stamper. You'll notice my index finger is actually dirty, and I also very often use my index finger to remove anything off the stamper that I don't want. Sometimes it's just quicker, you've got your finger to hand, so you can just go ahead and start dabbing on your stamper and it'll come off. Make sure you have your gloves. As you can see, it's a very messy process. I've got my little kitchen towel out just to collect any, mess that I might create when I'm scraping, and overall it's just a bit of a messy process. So I'd always have acetone to hand and a wipe and just some cover under your table. There are a lot of videos where I haven't used a cover under the table, not under the table, under my plate. That's because it's either I'm picking up 1, 2 or just 3 little images off a plate, and if they're not on the corners, or even if they are, I just try to scrape in the opposite direction so that it doesn't go onto the table, it goes back onto the plate, if that makes sense. So then after each scrape I just have to wipe the plate and so on. So that's the kind of thing I do. So here is, I think, another one completed. We will now crack on with the last boring nail that we've got left at the moment. So this one, I decided to flip it around, and I'm not too sure if I like it. I maybe wish I continued with the pink big blobs and then the cool toned purple as being the little lines, but instead I just flipped it around. So now we're going in with the cool toned purple like patterns that are fully, covered and everything, like a block color. Don't really know how to explain it really, but those. And then once that's done, then we're going to do those wiggly lines with the pinky shade. I think it's pink, although I don't know, I think it's pink. And then after that's done, we'll add a couple of extra little dots there, and then we can finish up the design with placing those abstracted leaves and flowers and all sorts, whatever kind of floats your boat. We'll see what I kind of go for. And then last but not least in the video, we will tackle the crystal placement. You all know me, I cannot live without having a crystal placement nail. If I had to do another stamped nail like that as the 5th nail, I think I would cry. I don't know, there's something in me that just itches. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just feel like it's missing something different. I can't have all the designs pretty much mimicking each other. I just need something different, whether it's a sugar nail, whether it's glitter, crystals, whatever it is. I just need something different. Or alternatively, I would be okay with another like stamped nail, but it would have to be something different now. Like it just couldn't continue the same kind of patterns that we're doing now. It'd have to be a lot different. And with the plates I had and the colors I was using, I didn't really have much choice to kind of change the look of it much. So crystal placement it is. So now it's time to tackle the black little pattern flowers and stuff. So this plate was really cool for the abstract as well. Other than abstract, I haven't really found myself using this plate before. It just has really nice leaves, flowers, all of that kind of stuff. So I always find myself gravitating to this plate when it comes to abstract. So if you're into that, then I'd recommend it. Otherwise, I just don't find myself using it. But if you do, then definitely check them out. I do think I have a link in the description for MoU London to save yourself some money. So it's like a referral link or something, I think. I do also have a link for Madame Glam and Larissi. So the glitter that I use, the matte purple, is from Larissi. So that will be linked down in the description too. So if you're going to go shopping, make sure you save yourself some money and use my links down below. So here it is, stamping with the different flowers, and it's so fun, these kind of designs, because you're not copying or recreating like a different design that you saw on Instagram or Pinterest. You just got what you've got to hand, and you're just picking whatever kind of draws your eye to it, and you're placing it down. And every time, even if I was to reuse the exact same plates, just different colors, and maybe find myself being drawn to different flowers or different placement on the nail, it would instantly look like a completely different design, and no one would have a clue that I used the exact same plate and everything, and I'm basically remaking a slightly different model of my original design. So I just love it. I just love it. So here's me placing more of the leaves. Okay, so now it's time for that crystal placement. I came very prepared, and it's already on my little plate there. And I do go ahead and do caviar beads, but that will be done off camera. And that will be the design done. We will also top coat it, of course. So I do go in with a matte top coat. I love stamping with a matte top coat. I feel like it really brings out just the whole design. I don't know how to explain it. If you've if you've got stamping in that, try it out. Try and do a matte version and try and do a glossy version, and let me know in the comments what you prefer, or if you think I'm just crazy and it does not enhance the look of your stamping in any way. But I just, for some reason, love it matte. Love. When it comes to wearing it, I would go for glossy, just because I'm a glossy girl on my hands. But design wise, matte all the way, just all the way. It always just seems to enhance everything for me. Here's the crystal placement completed. So if you're curious, you can always pause it here or in a moment at the final results to kind of see where I've placed it if you wanted to recreate it. I tried to kind of include flowers that are the same colour as what we were going for today, which I happen to have in my collection, which was great. And I also had these pinky crystals, which I placed on there too, which is nice. So it kind of tried to go with the flow of what the colours and everything that we used as well. I am now applying a matte velvet top coat from Madame Glam that will go into the lamp, of course trying to avoid the crystals as much as possible. And here are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.